Good morning from Ferrari Modena. I've just picked up the 360 from AV Engineering. I've had a ton of work done on it. Most importantly, I've had all of the mapping work done, timing, and I'm currently driving very carefully back at the moment, because the roads down here at least are a little bit slippy, but excited to just give you an update. Probably by the time I'm back, give you a bit of an update on the big differences I'm feeling in the car, and you know, they've really done a job on retuning the engine so that it's, you know, really operating like a Challenge Stradale, and there's a lot that goes into that which I'll give you a bit more detail on. But yeah, can't wait to get this out on the open road, so I'll give you a bit more feedback in a couple of hours time when I've had a chance to hopefully open it up a little bit. This will just be like, you know, as they say, a bit of a hot take on it, because really with the weather as it is, I won't be able to really put it through its paces, but just wanted to give you like opening sensation of how I feel like the car has changed and so on. So more later. Right, we'll have a little accelerate here down onto the motorway. Golf on my back. Oh, oh, what's this guy doing? Oh my god, someone's like desperate, trying to get out of my way. Oh my god. Oh my god. Take me to an autobahn. I hope you can hear that. I'm afraid I'm just on my phone, but oh man, that picks up. I mean, I want to take this out on a country road for sure, and I want to do it in the dry. Aldous at AV Engineering is like, let me know what you think. That's what I think. It's so sharp. Just, I mean, just on the motorway, it's a bit easier to. I think it'd be better on country roads, to be honest, but it just lights up when I put my foot down. Going at, it's quite hard because I'm going at 80. It's just alert. It's just and by the way, I've had some gear cables changed, bush. Well, I'm back from AV Engineering and having a good chat with Aldous. You saw a little bit of my excitement earlier on the motorway. I just want to sort of start by saying that when we're back into summer season, then I'm going to do a kind of extended review of the remapping that Aldous and team have done on this car. So there will be more footage and I will be out and about more, but I just wanted to give you my first reactions. So before we get into that, I guess just to sort of take a step back, I wanted to sort of let you know where the journey I've been on with this car. I think I'm into my fourth, maybe coming up for 5 in the summer, 5th year with this car. And I always set out to make sure that I did the best by it. I purposely didn't buy a brand new or nearly new Ferrari because I wanted something that was sort of classic and timeless, and something that I knew I could work on. And every year I have spent money on this car, and I've got another video that talks about how much does it cost to run a Ferrari and all of those sorts of things. And it's a really hard question actually to answer, because the truth of the matter is you can spend as much or as little as you like on these things. You can do the bare minimum for sure, and you could probably own it for 5 years and you could sell it on, and you won't actually have spent that much on it. I think if you've got a long-term view and you want to keep it for a long time, then it's important to look after it and to invest in it, and that's exactly what I've done. So apart from doing lots of preemptive work, I've also done paint work, and again other videos where I've done the front, got PPF on the front now. I've had the front bumper resprayed. I've had the whole of the paintwork touched up. I've had ceramic coating. You name it. When it comes to looking after it from that perspective, I've done preemptive work mechanically. I've changed the tyres, but equally I've driven it to Italy and back, did 2,000 miles in a week. So I'm trying to do both, which is drive it and look after it. And it seems to be paying off in the sense that it's been bulletproof really as a car, and from mechanically speaking and sort of reliability speaking, it's been amazing. So what I've just got back from AV Engineering and Aldous is really a piece of work that we sort of part started, and they offer a service. So if you've just got sort of standard 360, they offer you a service where you can take it in and they can sort of remap the software that would make it more aligned with the Challenge to Dali, which what that really means is it will make the responsiveness of the accelerator, to increase the responsiveness of the accelerator. It will pick up from lower revs. It'll just feel a lot sharper. However, to really do it properly, and for AV Engineering to do it properly, what they need to do is make sure that all the valve timing is in perfect shape. And so this last week has been what has been going on down at AV Engineering. I did put another video up where you'll see some of that work being talked through by Aldous, so definitely look that up, because it's really fascinating to see sort of have at least the mechanical part of it explained in terms of getting the timing right and really setting this car back to how it came out the factory. Once that is done, then the second stage tuning can go ahead, and the mapping, and it's to do with software, engine management that affects lots of things in there. There's lots of different parts of it, which is way too much for me to explain in proper detail, but you can definitely I'm sure Aldous will be happy to talk through it. I think it's fair to say that what needs to happen and what he's looking for is to have a car that's really mechanically sound and well looked after before applying that, because I think there are a few stages before So he's looking for people who really, you know, have been looking after their car, it's in good condition, but then they can do some great things with. So as you saw with my video earlier, I was enjoying it on the motorway. It's cold at the moment, it's a little bit damp, so I couldn't really do as much as I would have liked, but it picked up really quickly, and it felt, I think for anyone who's bought a 360, you know, it's kind of tame. You know, it sort of sounds silly talking about a Ferrari like this, but it can be very tame, and it's not until you properly give it some beans that you start to sort of get a sense of what it's capable of. Now I feel like when I put my foot down, something serious is happening behind me, and definitely I'm more alert. And there's one little thing that actually I noticed on the way back that sort of made me smile. Was I've been desperately, and not particularly successfully, trying to learn to you know, blip the throttle as I change gear. Now I think there's two things that make that easier. One is when you sort of push on the accelerator, it does actually respond appropriately, and two, if I saw a video about the accelerator pedal being too low versus the brake, and that makes it really hard. I still think that is the case with mine actually, but that aside, I suddenly found it was a lot easier to blip the throttle because it was actually responding when I put pressure on it more quickly. So just that small little thing I noticed was different. But as I say, I'll do a full drive on it, so I don't want to kind of explain too much based on just really a motorway drive. But signs are incredibly encouraging that, you know, I've really got a beauty here. And just even as I take this video and look at it, I'm thinking it looks absolutely fabulous, and just incredibly excited about it. In terms of, you know, other work that I had done, so as I say, we did cam seals, we did cam belts, we did ball joints. I had a couple of things that needed fixing from my car journey that got looked at, like my window, right hand side window, but I just, you know, this is what I like to do, is like put these cars in and really have them looked after. So, you know, things like ball joints, had the brake lines bled and oil checked, and, you know, all of these things that you've just got to do. If you want to look after things, you just got to do it. And I think every time I go down there, I discover something that, you know, is really useful for me to know if I want to sort of keep this thing going for as long as we can drive them on the roads, frankly, before we're not allowed to. And I was sort of discussing this with Aldous, like, I think the thing with cars are a bit like houses, right? You have some building work done, and when the builders come in or plumbers or electricians, and they look at your house and they're like, oh God, I can't believe they did that, I can't believe they did that. And then you go, oh yeah, okay, so this guy knows what he's talking about, does the work, and then the next time you do some work, someone else comes in and says, Jesus, you know, I wonder what made him think that was the right way to do. And sometimes it feels like it just keeps going along those lines. I think with cars it's the same, and mechanics, but I can honestly say now my sort of personal experience of this have been that, you know, AV engineering, just proper experts, and I've spoken to enough Ferrari owners now, especially 360 owners, to know that is the case. So it just sort of feels good to be able to take my car somewhere where, you know, everything will be thought of, and things that you hadn't thought of will be thought of, and it just gives me the confidence that I think this car is going to sort of go on, you know, for many years, and just be the beast that it is. So that's kind of it for today. As I say, I'm going to do a lot more footage with a proper camera in a couple of months when I can, you know, properly give you that experience. But yeah, it is the remapping work that they do down there has definitely made a difference. And I think if you've got like a standard stock 360 that's in good nick, but you want to give it a bit of sparkle and just add a little bit of poke, then you should definitely look them up, because I think it just gives it that little specialness. And I don't want to start putting challenge exhausts on and all that kind of stuff, and I certainly don't want to buy one. So it's just a nice middle ground to be able to get your car to just give you that extra little thrill. So I look forward to doing a video later when we eventually get through this damn COVID wave, get back out into the spring. Look forward to doing another video of this thing on the road and using all its potential. And if you do have any questions about anything I've discussed, then yeah, just reach out, send me a message. Happy to give you my feedback sort of behind the scenes. And if you can like and share and subscribe, that would be great. So thanks very much. Possibly the last video this year, so wish everyone happy Christmas, happy holidays, happy New Year, and Magic Modena will be back in 2022. Thanks.